Today is the Feast of Holy Trinity, and the Gospel is taken from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 28, verses 16 to 20. When it comes time to speak of God, especially God as Trinity, three persons and one essence, we always risk saying more than we really know or can ever know. That is the risk today on the Feast of the Holy Trinity by trying to solve math problem, and the Blessed Trinity is left holding little meaning for our day-to-day life. The deepest and the most important things of our life can rarely, if ever, be talked about. They can only ever be experienced. Define love and list the reason why you love that one person above all others. Count the ways and you will find that words fail. No list is long enough, and after a while the reason begins to sound hollow, empty. Describe for the most beautiful day of your life. Maybe it was sitting in the silence of a sunset, or a day when your child was born. Tell me about the deepest joy or tragedy of your life. Tell me the story. The facts may be accurate, but words can never contain the fullness of that joy or tragedy. When it comes to speaking about the most profound, meaningful and life-changing things or events of our life, words fall flat. Perhaps that is why in today's Gospel Jesus does not explain or define the Trinity. Instead, he speaks of relationship and participation. Human beings, all nations, the entire world are to be baptized, plunged, washed, immersed in the name that is the qualities and characteristics of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. We were created to participate in and share the life of the Holy Trinity. Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness." Genesis chapter 1, verses 26. Trinitarian life is both the basic and destination of our life. The Trinitarian life is a choreography of love. Three equal persons, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, each one dwelling in other by virtue and of unceasing movement of mutual love. Our lives, marriages, families, schools, worship places, workplaces, parishes are to become images, icons of the triunity of God. We are invited to join this dance of mutuality and love. Whenever we see the world through another's eyes, whenever the joy and sorrows of another become our own, whenever we completely give ourselves to another, holding nothing back, whenever we open ourselves to receive without condition the life of another, whenever we both lose or find our life in the life of another, then we are most like God. Then we have moved from being created in the image, the pattern of God, and we have begun living like God. You see, in those rare marriages, in those married couples who live and love as one without ever losing their distinct uniqueness as two persons. Together they manifest divine love and reveal God's life in this world. The triunity of God is manifest in our struggles against injustice, oppression, and exploitation. It is the basic for living sacrificially in and for the life of another. A child who cares for an aging parent with love, compassion, and self-giving demonstrates the triune love. Similarly, the Trinity reveals what true parenthood looks like. The triunity of God shows the way to find unity with others, not in spite of our diversity, but through and because of our diversity. The image of God in humanity is Trinitarian. It is in every one of you. The divine image offers a life with God and others that is relational, personal, communal, and loving. This is the life for which we were created. It is the truest pattern of who we are and how we are to live. To turn away from another, to withdraw our life from another, to live in isolation, to exclude another, declaring that we have no need of them, are the most unnatural and ungodlike things we do. However, it is not easy to live a Trinitarian faith. It means love, vulnerability, openness to another, self-giving, sharing and participating in one another's life, such as we become one. That is how Christ lived and died. That is the resurrected, ascended, and Pentecosted life Christ reveals and offers us. It is how we are to be and live. Our culture neither recognizes nor rewards that kind of life. To the world, it looks like weakness and dependency. In God's world, however, it looks like holiness. In the Nicene Creed, we confess our belief in God who is Trinity. We confess the oneness of God as the uniqueness of the three persons. This may be what we believe, but is it how we live? If our belief in God as three and one is not manifested in and determinative of our relationships, can we really claim belief in the triune God? Every moment, every circumstance, every relationship is one in which we can make real and visible the divine life and love of the Holy Trinity. That is the human vocation. It is what we were created to do. It is the most natural and godlike thing we ever do.